All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I'm Cool Cat Terry.
That's right. And man, what a great week. Jeez, there was a lot of Xbox news this week. I'm telling you, too much news. We had even all the topics we have, Terry. I had to cut like double that amount off. Crazy, crazy. Anyways, Terry, another week has gone by. What have you been playing?
I played, I gotta think about it. I think it was just SnowRunner. Did I play anything else? I always have to think back a whole week, you guys. So this is difficult. I think I just played SnowRunner. I honestly don't remember what I played. I think it was just SnowRunner.
Okay.
I don't remember. I probably played something else. It's just,
I was watching a video of like longest games to beat or something like that. And SnowRunner clocked in at like 250 hours to 100%.
Dude, I have been playing this game for over 1,000 hours and I still haven't 100% in it. It's like there's so much
I don't think I'll ever 100% a game. Like that feels like work.
I mean, I guess if you're only doing the base game, then maybe, but I mean, there's so much content. Like they've added so many maps that it's just the game never ends. It just never ends. I'm almost done though with my Canada map, so I'm gonna be moving on.
I see. All right. I see the chat's getting into this with waffles versus pancakes. Yes. What else is there? Crepes, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you even spell crepes?
CREPES, I think. Don't quote me. I could be wrong.
I know one of those E's has like an apostrophe, but I'm not going to put it on there.
Yeah, it's French, so there's like 20 vowels they don't pronounce.
Right. So
French toast.
Crepes, French toast.
Yeah, Crazy Greek dude brought up French toast.
All right, French toast. All right, we're going to go with French toast. French toast. French toast is about to go up with $20 eggs. Ha! All right. There we go.
That just means you're not ordering omelets anymore.
That's right. Screw that. Omelets, no way. All right. Chat, let us know what you like to eat for breakfast. We'd love to hear what you have to say. So this week, I finished Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess. Great game. I can easily 100% it, but I'm like, do I want to? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't really want to. And then I was also looking at Diablo. And I started playing Diablo Season of the Witch, I think is what it's called. Right? And so I'm playing Diablo Season of the Witch, and I'm having a good time. But holy cow, man, it's like extreme. I went over to a much harder difficulty because I'm like, whatever, I need the XP as soon as possible. Try and level up ASAP. And so I went over to the hardest difficulty I can get before you hit level 60. Once I hit level 60, going full torment. I don't care what anybody says, right? So yeah, just having some fun with that, and then that's basically what I've been doing. Just playing some Diablo and playing some Kinitsugami. Up next, I got to play my next game, and I'm not sure which one it's going to be. I'm going to pick one, but like I said, it's the year of the backlog, so I might try something. So we'll see.
It was the year of the backlog. Does that mean you're only playing backlog games? No new releases?
No, because that just makes the backlog get bigger. What it means is that unless it's a game that scores really well and I really intend to play it right away, I'm not buying it. That way I force myself to play my backlog games. But as a Game Pass subscriber, I'm not buying them. They're part of my subscription. So I can still play some new games. So yeah, but that's essentially what it means. Like digital purchases and stuff are like year of the backlog now. Unless it's a backlog game, I'm not putting money into it right now. If I'm not going to play it right away.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. Like I bought Harry Potter, Hogwarts, right? Haven't played it. Like I have all these games I haven't played. So I've decided this is the year of the backlog. I am going to play the games I bought.
I still need to try that Hogwarts game. I haven't played it either. I heard great things about it.
So. Yeah, so that's what it means. Year of the backlog. That's what it means for me. All right, let's check in with the chat. Shout out to Cheese is Nasty. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says waffles greater than pancakes. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He's saying good morning. Shout out to Sith Lord for always tweeting out the show. Guys, go ahead and be an MVP like Sith Lord and tweet out the show. Tell your friends about it. Helps us get recognized and grow. And also be sure to hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. JD is in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says good morning, Axel. With panel. Happy Sunday, everyone. Looking forward to the best live show on YouTube. Heck yeah! Thank you so much.
Woo!
Show on YouTube. Oh man, that's a compliment. Thank you. Let's see. Frost says good morning. Good morning to you, Frost. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. My buddy Doggy Dog 420 is in here. Thank you so much for being here, Doggy. You are the real MVP. Your POS. Where's it at? Yeah. Put it.
It's in there somewhere.
Oh my gosh, he put it in here. By the way, guys, back and forth between me and Doggy. Hey, look at this crap. Doggy's a POS, not me. Shout out to Crazy Greek Dude. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Shout out to Cody Grossman. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says Cody Gross. He says good morning, you wonderful people. Thank you so much. Let's see. Crazy Greek Dude wants to know what kind of waffles. Eggo waffles, mini waffles, chocolate chip waffles, Belgian waffles. Oh man, fresh waffles. Let's see. What else do we got? Who else we got? Brand new in the chat. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the names. Shout out to Fastback. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Shout out to Dan, the man Cunningham. Says, hey, y'all, how's everybody doing today? Hey, we're doing great. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Web Dave is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Be sure to catch his show later tonight, guys. He says, everyone, hit that like button. Definitely. Please do it.
Do it now. Stop hesitating.
Web Dave says Pop-Tarts.
Well, some of them are good, but no.
Let's see. Sith Lord says, Axel's place looks amazing. Yeah. Yeah, getting it up there. Heck yeah. Let's see. Freaking Fastback. He says, Axel 1324 Gaming, go ahead and get Xbox's third-party no exclusive consoles, blah, 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 out of the way. I'll be listening while playing a Game Pass game from my library, by my Series A's. We always start with announcements, not with the real news.
The real news.
Let's see. Vegeta says, I finished Ninja Gaiden 2 Black last night. Fantastic game. Hype for 4. Heck yeah. And again, be sure to check out the Gina on the Xbox Party Network. Again, they go live when I'm at work, but if I can listen to them, I do. They're great. They're great. Let's see. Your Wicked Hot is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, hey, happy Sunday. By the way, it's Team French Toast all day.
That's a good choice.
Let's see. Game On Jesse says, I'm playing Sniper Elite Resistance.
Yeah, I just heard that dropped. I didn't even know that was coming out.
Yeah, it just came out.
I was like, I didn't even know that they were making another one. Also, boom, news is that the game is out on Game Pass. And I was like, what? So I'm going to check that out. I love Sniper Elite, so I got to check it out.
Definitely. Let me know how it is. And shout out to Game On Jesse. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Big B Buddy's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, Xbox on top and Game Pass is king, but check all the games leaving Xbox Game Pass before it's too late. And let's see. And Far Cry New Dawn's coming to Game Pass. Hey, Ubisoft, don't sleep on them. They're pretty good.
That game's fun. People like to crap on it, but they crap on everything. So play it. It's fun. You have a gun that shoots saw blades. Okay? Enough said. Go have fun.
Enough said. All right. So let's see. So we had a poll in here for the morning. What's better for breakfast? Again, is it waffles, pancakes, crepes, or French toast? Let's see. Let's go ahead and end that poll. Let's get that conversation. What is best for breakfast, Terry?
I don't know. These guys are lying. I don't know what's better for breakfast. 38% said waffles.
Yeah.
30% pancakes. Another 30% for French toast, and no one likes crepes. You know what? I want to taste a authentic waffle from like Europe, because I know our Americanized stuff is crap. So I want to taste an authentic European waffle. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like that would probably be the only waffle that tastes good.
You think so, huh?
I think so.
Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. You ready, Terry? Here we
Ready.
go. Can you see this? No, you can't. Hold on. Here we go. Here's every type of breakfast you can have, everybody.
Flapjack and a cigarette? All right. Sugar and a waffle? No. Pipe and a crepe? No. Bong and a blintz? No. Oh, well, then there is no.
There's just no pleasing you, Terry. Oh my god, my screen froze. Hold on, I gotta get it to come back. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm back. So I'm personally Team Waffles myself, so although French toast is great.
I love French
toast. I might be Team French toast.
I was torn between pancakes and French toast because they're both so good.
Yeah, I feel like French toast is like the Nintendo Switch of breakfast. Everybody can play it. Yeah. Shout out to Rockstar Randy. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says waffles are a good snack before a real breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh. And Cody Grossman says he was just thinking about that. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see if we get copyright claim. As long as the stream's still live, we're good. Are we still live, Terry?
Yes.
Yeah, we're still live. All right, let's get into the announcements here. This is just announcements, not really a lot of news on it, but let's see what we got. So, Terry, I don't know if you heard, but MLB The Show 25 is skipping Game Pass for the first time since coming to Xbox. So, if you remember, back when MLB gave exclusivity license to The Show, they had to publish on Xbox. And Phil, being Phil, doing it again, he brought us MLB The Show to Game Pass. So, those of you who were the show fans could experience the show as part of your subscription, and that was awesome. But now it's skipping for the first time. So there you go. So it's skipping. Terry, did you ever play the show?
I did. Outside of backyard baseball, it's probably one of the best baseball games ever made. So it's really good.
It's actually a pretty good baseball game. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just not a baseball fan. But I played the game. It was fun. So this is an official announcement here saying we are thrilled to announce that MLB The Show 25 will launch on March 18th on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. The game will not be on platform subscription services in 2025. Early access begins, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It has always been part of the service, but do you think that they feel that they've made enough impact on Xbox, got it enough Xbox fans now that they think, okay, the people who play on subscription and the people versus the people who buy it are at the right ratio we wanted, and we're good. Cut it off.
I think so, because if we get into it later, it's pretty evident that sports games are moneymakers. So I feel like they can.
Once they get their fans, once they get those hooks in you.
People spend money to buy their sports games. So they got the people to come over for Game Pass, and now they can make more money now getting full price for those games. So it's business.
That's right.
It's business.
You know, only the first 3 were free, guys. You got to pony up for the next samples, you know? You gotta. Oh wow! I said that wrong. You got to pay up for the next sample. You know. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Fastback says MLB themselves decided to pull from subscriptions after spoon feeding gamers who are addicted and now paying full price. Exactly.
Business.
Yep.
They know
like drugs.
They know people are going to buy.
Drugs.
People are going to pay up. So
look, MLB fans are going to play this. That's just the way it is.
It's just like Call of Duty fans.
I think it's a great game. Shout out to Sony for making a great game. There's no denying great games. So, yeah. Freaking DE. You heard it. Pony up. That's right. All right. So, that's the first announcement. MLB The Show. Moving on. Terry, have you played Baldur's Gate 3 yet?
Beat that game.
You beat it. But have you beat it co-op?
I played the whole game co-op.
Split screen co-op?
Heck no.
And you missed out because
I did not miss out. I played it the best way to play it. Full screen.
Baldur's Gate 3 on the Series S will now have co-op here soon. So split screen couch co-op. If you remember, this was part of that of the main reason why Baldur's Gate did not launch on Xbox when it launched on PlayStation was because they couldn't get the split screen going on the Series S. And Baldur's Gate launched last year. I mean, it won Game of the Year, like what? 2023, and it's just now in 2025 getting co-op on the Series S. Damn, it took that long for these developers to learn how to do this. I mean, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work, but hey, at least now they got it down. I guess that's good. So Larian Studios, yeah. So it launched on console in 2023, and Baldur's Gate as a whole launched in 2023. So yeah, so it was part of that parity clause that Xbox made an exception on it, on that parity clause to get rid of the split screen co-op. And so now it's coming. So for you Baldur's Gate 3 fans who have been waiting to play split screen co-op on your Series S, now's the time. And we're watching a video by who is it here? I want to give him credit here. Hold on, give me a second, chat. By the Anxious Gamer. Okay, by the Anxious Gamer. He has a whole split screen co-op, every answer you want to know, how everything plays. And the reason you don't see a lot of action is because he's talking as he's playing. So shout out to the Anxious Gamer for having this awesome video available on YouTube. Be sure to check it out. So yeah. So there you go, guys. Split screen co-op. Are you excited to give this a try, Terry?
No, I'm not going to do split screen. So it's good. This is a niche thing that a small percentage of the player base is going to be utilizing. Because let's face it, the majority of the player base is playing this on PC with mods. They're not playing this on console and split screen. It's not like this is one of those things that I feel like doesn't matter.
There you go. You heard it here first. Terry doesn't give a crap about you console plebs.
I don't give a crap about split screen. That's what I'm saying.
All you console plebs can just not play split screen.
Okay.
All right.
Split screen is so 90s. Let's move on.
So retro. So retro.
No.
I think it's great. Now the full game experience is coming, which is great. I do love that games have parity across all platforms. So shout out to Larian for actually taking the time to finish this through. They could have just said, no, we're not going to, but they did. So shout out to them. And the game of the year, 2023. So yeah. Let's see. Big B Money says, Xbox got a lot of bigger games coming to Game Pass, but MLB 25 is still going to be on Xbox. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely is. And Crazy Great Dude says, split screen hasn't mattered since 2005. Can't deny the facts, man. Can't deny the facts. So there you go. But again, just a quick announcement in case you guys wanted to know. Baldur's Gate split screen finally coming through. Hold on, Fastback wrote something. I'm waiting for it to pop up so I can throw it on the screen here. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of delay between your guys' chat and my screen here. All right, here we go. It says it's either full screen or no screen. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be. I'm on team Fastback as well on that one. Gotta agree. If I can't access all 65 of my gaming inches over there, it doesn't matter. All right. So yeah. So it has been leaked by Ecstasis that Avowed is coming with a 30, 40, and 60 FPS modes for Xbox Series S. And then it was later leaked by someone else that it's also present for the Xbox Series S version. So both the S and the X version will have 30, 40, and 60 FPS modes for Avowed. Now, if you remember, back when this was announced, the developers literally said this. Terry, do you want to read this?
It's a first-person, single-player game. You don't necessarily need that 60 frames, and that allows us to get a lot juicier with VFX and lighting and all this other stuff.
So they were anti-60 FPS, right?
Most devs are.
Of course, after the comments, the social media blow up in rage at the lack of 60 FPS, but it's a feature that Obsidian has seemingly overcome. It's amazing. Incredible. I am team 60 FPS. I've always been team 60 FPS. I've always said it. If your first party cannot do 60 FPS, why would third party care about your console? That's just the way I am. You know, if you can't show the gaming world what your console can do, nobody else is. So I really think this 60 FPS is really great. So there you go. So we don't know anything else. Again, this is just a leak, but we'll find out. So yeah, it was also leaked. Yeah, see, also leaked for the Series S. So that's awesome. Again, Xbox might be getting those tools finally tuned in to get these FPS modes going. So yeah, there we go. DE says 40 FPS modes goes under talked about. I can't tell if it's indicative of people without VRR capable TVs. I have VRR capable TV, and I threw it on. I wanted to see the difference between 40 and 60. And I just felt that it just didn't do either one good enough. Like when it was on 30, and I'm using Starfield as an example. Like Starfield at 30 FPS is beautiful. Holy cow, is that game gorgeous. And then when you throw it at 60 FPS, some of the gorgeousness goes kind of cartoony-ish. Not a lot, but enough of a difference. But the smoothness, holy cow, the smoothness makes up for it, right? And then when you go to 40 FPS, I was like, well, it's not smooth. And it's not gorgeous. No, it's either 30 or 60 for me. That's the way I am. So yeah. And I have a VR capable TV. So that's what I think about 30 versus 40 versus 60. Have you ever played 30 versus 40 versus 60 to check it out on the same game, Terry?
No. No. I just play the game however it's on there. I honestly don't care if it's 30.
Okay. All right. There you go. Let's see. Okay, Terry talking to the chat. Sorry. Let's see. Dan, the man Cunningham says, I do miss Halo and split screen co-op. I mean, I miss being young, but I think Halos have gotten way better. But I do miss the excitement of Halo when I was young. Yeah. Let's see. Fastback says it doesn't matter how many frames per second you have; it's how you use it. Oh man. Okay. Big B Money says Xbox on top no matter what. Nobody say them haters. Yeah, there you go. So Avowed, going through it. So there you go. For those of you who are looking to play Avowed, be rest assured they added a 60 FPS mode. You got anything else on this, Terry?
No, I think we're good.
All right. So last thing here is Microsoft reveals 2024's best-selling Xbox Store games.
Woohoo!
So they go through a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of information, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the list. So the top 20 best-selling Microsoft Store games from least... I don't think they ranked them, did they?
I don't think they ranked them. They're just a list.
So you got 7 Days to Die, third party. You got Avatar Fields of Pandora.
Woo!
Terry, who makes that one?
Ubisoft.
That's right. Ubisoft. You got Call of Duty first party, Dragon Age third party, Dragon Ball third party, Dragon Dogma third party. Lots of sports games: college football, football club, Madden. I don't think there's a far. Hold on, more sports games. The Show, and look at this. This is with it on Game Pass. With it on Game Pass, Terry.
Yep.
Okay, MLB The Show, NBA 2K5, NHL 2025. People love that.
I'm surprised hockey made it on the list. Like, that's impressive. Like, I didn't think hockey. I don't see FIFA on this list. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
FIFA got replaced with Football Club. EA Sports Football Club. Remember they lost the FIFA license?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that they couldn't use that anymore. Okay, never mind.
Get with the times, Terry.
I don't play soccer games. I'm sorry. I don't play it.
It's not soccer. It's Football Club.
It's soccer, okay? The British created the name soccer, and then they decide to stop using it and say everybody's wrong. You made the word, okay?
All right, Farming Simulator 25. This is surprising. Flight Simulator 24 best-selling, which is great. Love that one. Pal World, which is also on Game Pass. Phasmophobia. Star Wars. Who made this one?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, that's right. Lords of the Ring Return to Moria. What? They made a Return to Moria game? Space Marine 2. Oh, and another sports game, WWE 2K24. So,
yep.
Xbox gamers, we got the sports console, baby. We are the Sega Genesis of this generation. So there you go. The only first-party game to make it onto the top 20 is Call of Duty.
You have your Flight Sim.
And Flight Sim. Sorry, Call of Duty and Flight Sim. My bad. You're right. Call of Duty and Flight Sim.
Your favorite game.
Yes. In terms of big picture trends, sports games have dominated the Xbox ecosystem over the course of 2024. More than 1/3 of the newly shared list consists of sports titles, and they list them 3 sports games from EA. So there you go.
There you go. Sports games. See, the one that's why the creators of MLB The Show decided to pull it from Game Pass, because sports games make money.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. If you want to play as Jared Dieter or whoever is in baseball nowadays, you're gonna pay up. Let's see. So this is interesting though. Multiple best-selling Xbox games in 2024 underperformed commercially. So like Dragon's Age the Veilguard underperformed is what, according to EA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Star Wars Outlaws underperformed according to Ubisoft, even though they're in the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
How many copies do these games have to sell to not underperform? Everything's turned, like the gaming landscape is so crazy right now. You think that if you were in the top 20, your game was good.
Yeah.
Right?
These game developers, though, they have it hard right now too, because their sales are being impeded before their games release because of all the negativity of people, on social media, bashing something that they haven't played yet. And so it really has turned the tide for a lot of these games getting unfairly judged before people actually could play them and have like a fair assessment of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I think we're going to see games change in the future due to this. The fact that you can be on the top 20 and still underperform. So, yeah. So, there you go, guys. So, that was the Microsoft reveals the 2024 best-selling games. Let's see. Big B Money says, WWE 2K24 is great, y'all. Yeah, it's great, period. Y'all got to check it out before WWE 2K25 comes out, and y'all can pre-own right now. Pre-order, I think is what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-order right now. Shout out to Sour Blow from the Xbox International Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. And shout out to Chael Walker. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, those games also underperformed on PS5 and PC. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, it's crazy that you can have a top 20 and underperform. That's just crazy to me. That's just, that never happened back when I was young. Back when I was a kid. Back when split screen mattered. That didn't happen, Terry. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Rockstar Randy, if I can find your name here. Here it is. Rockstar Randy says, why does Netflix Gaming and PS Plus have WWE games but not Game Pass? Contracts, man. A lot of those contracts say that you're not allowed to go to Game Pass, like especially Sony contracts. They say when you're in there, you're not allowed. Sony's very dirty tactics when it comes to the way they do their subscription service. Not like the freedom we love on Xbox. Sony doesn't believe when everybody plays, we all win. They believe when everybody pays, we win.
They have rules for everybody else, but not themselves. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Terry, I don't know if you played this incredible game. Let me see if I can find some footage of it real quick. Give me 1 second. Because I finished this game in probably 2 days is how much I loved it. Right? But I don't know if you played. Whoa, so loud on my. Give me 1 second. Let me turn that bad boy down. This incredible game called Ori and the Black Forest, or Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I don't know if you played these from Moon Studio. Have you played these games?
I played the first one a little bit, but no, that's just not for me. Like these are my rage quit kind of games. Like I can't
really.
I can't do these. I'm not very good. I'm not good at platforming when it's like in a side scroll. I struggle with doing it. I can do a 3D platformer, but these, for whatever reason, I'm not good at it.
Interesting. Okay, well, anyways, so if you recall, back in the day, there was a fallout between there were allegations from Moon Studios of misconduct, either sexual harassment or just harassment in general of their employees. And Xbox was Microsoft is very much doesn't want to do business with businesses who engage in that because they don't want to be associated with it. Right. So they basically said there will not be an Ori 3. We're not going to be working with Moon Studios on funding another game. But then, Moon Studios moved on to a game called No Rest for the Wicked, which has been fantastic from the previews, from what I've heard anyway, right? I'm obviously not paying for it, right? So those of us who love Ori are like, oh man, we're not going to get another Ori. But then we recall that Xbox owns the Ori IP. So, hey, maybe another studio can make it. Maybe it's going to go first party instead of second party. Stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Thomas Mahler, who is a person at Moon Studio, a person in the know who works there, was asked about stuff, right? And this is on Reddit. So let me zoom in here. So here we go. Thomas Mahler says, I promised people on X that I'd reveal the title I had for Ori 3 once we sell 10 million copies of Wicked. So they were already working on Ori 3. So, so Ori and the Blind Forest is the first one. Ori and the Will of the Wisp is the second one. And so the third one would be Ori and the something, right? And so he kept talking to people. He said, I think the biggest issue is probably story. You could already take all the mechanics we made for Wisps and just expand upon that. And you need some incredibly good level designers. But story-wise, I'm not sure I can think of any studio off the top of my head that would fit perfectly to continue Ori's story.
I mean, okay, first off,
He's not lying. The ending of Ori and the Will of the Wisp is pretty definitive.
I feel like you don't need that. That has nothing to do with the studio. That has to do with your story writer. And story writers, they jump studios all the time. Just get the original writer. Mm-hmm. Studio doesn't matter. Just get the original writers.
So then he's just saying that would be rad too. Might be. So here he's talking about working with Microsoft, right? So they asked, Ori 3 is currently being worked on by some studio. And he says, might be, but in that case, they would have never reached out to us/me, which I think would be very strange. And then they say, I know Wicked is like designed to be the perfect game, but I'm kind of sad it means we don't get a 3D platformer from you guys for at least 10 years. And he says, I don't know about that. Wicked is highest priority for me, but we just had a call with Microsoft a few days ago. Let's see what will happen. We'll be able to do a lot of things, but again, I'll be on Wicked and perfect it. So somebody is working on Ori 3. We just don't know who. And Microsoft did reach out to them, but maybe on behalf of the new studio, but we don't know anything. So they take this as a glimmer of hope, the kind of glimmer of hope that Ori is all about. That maybe those of us who love Ori are gonna get a sequel, because let me tell you, it was hard to top the Blind Forest, and Will of the Wisp did it way better. Like, oh my gosh, it was such a good ending and bittersweet, and I don't know, it was just so good. It was so good, everybody. So yeah, for those of you who are Ori fans like me, I bought the collector's editions to these. I love the soundtracks. Everything about Ori is phenomenal to me. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Do you think? What do you think, Terry? Should we hope?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like this is one of those names that is very well recognized with Microsoft. So I do foresee them making another one. Just who knows who's doing it, but I think it's coming.
Yeah, I hope it is, because Ori is a great game. It's a great IP. Probably one of the best single player IP Xbox has made in a while, that has garnered universal praise. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one, with Ori. All right, moving on. Let's see. Anybody got anything to say about Ori? Let's see. All right, let's see. Trailwalker says it could be a PR stunt to pressure Microsoft to agree to a new game. Could be. I hope it works because I would love another Ori. Shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, moving on. So, Gears of War Trilogy exists, and it will launch on PS5, according to Ecstasis, who has so far failed to be wrong. So, as far as I know, he's so far failed to be wrong. So, Xbox is shifting away from exclusivity, as we know, and it is now being claimed that Gears of War could soon come to the PS5. That is one of the major pillars. But again, I'm not saying about Gears of War E-Day yet. They're talking about Gears of War Trilogy. So we're talking Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. We're not talking Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War 4, or Gears of War 5 so far. Right? So, an insider called Ecstasis, who recently predicted Ninja Gaiden Forward's announcement, has claimed that Gears of War Remastered Collection is in development. He has also claimed that when Xbox announces this collection, it will be announced that the game will launch on PS5 day one. Day one. So, Xbox has made it abundantly clear that it no longer sees a future in which it makes first-party titles exclusive. So, this is just keeping up with it. And, we've been saying that it's going to be the full slate. I have been saying it's going to be the full slate because that's just the way Microsoft goes. They start with a little bit and they go full. All in. That's just the way they are. They don't know how to work any other way. So I 100% believe this. First off, it's great that there's a remastered collection coming because Gears of War 2 and 3 definitely deserve to be remastered. Get that ultimate treatment like Gears of War 1 did. And I'm happy I get to play it on Game Pass. And I guess for those people who have never experienced the greatness, the amazingness that is Xbox first party, they're going to experience it now. What do you think, Terry?
I mean, they're giving them old games so, for the most part. So, like, Horizon 5's been out a long time, so I don't care. And the trilogy for Gears, those are old games. I have no interest in replaying them, so I don't care. Let them play them. That's fine. They're old.
They're old, so you don't care. You're good with it.
I'm fine with it. Like literally, they're remastering them, and I'm probably not even going to play it because I've played those games so much. I don't need to play them anymore. So I feel like this is an opportunity for them to remaster it and give it to people who haven't had a chance to play them before. And I'm fine with that.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that statement. Like, I've already played it. I've already beat it. And a remastered would be fine for me to play and have some fun with. But I don't know if I'm going to put the time into it like I did when I was new. I put so much hours into Horde mode. I was trying to get the Seriously 1.0 stuff. It just was tough.
Yeah, that 2.0 was even worse.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Yeah.
I didn't even bother. I was like, nope. You have to basically sell your soul if you want to get Seriously 2.0. I ain't doing it. So.
Yeah. So let's see. Shout out to Lou Cypher. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He's saying, how do you think tariffs on chips will affect console market? Be ready to pay $1,000, bro. Just being honest. Let's see. Jesse James says, how can Sony complain the next time Microsoft buys a publisher? Microsoft is playing 4D chess. That is true. They could buy Ubisoft. They could buy EA. And they'll be like, oh, they're going to keep the games off of my platform. No, they're not. No, they're not. You are. Shout out to Lost Boomer. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Appreciate you. And in case I didn't say it, Lucifer, Jesse James, you are also the real MVPs. Let's see. Doggy Dog says, I definitely wouldn't have bought my PS5 had I known all I'd have to play on it is old Xbox games. Shaking my head. Damn. Oh, man. No lies detected, Doggy. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Let's see. Fastback says, I see no problem with Xbox going third party if I can still have Game Pass with a device with Xbox OS. Sega went third party with no more consoles, but they're good. Xbox will be third party with hardware for now, but we'll see how the gaming landscape changes, man. I really think that it's going to be like you're going to buy your TV and it's going to have an Xbox built in. It's going to be part of the hardware itself, so that you don't really necessarily have cloud gaming on there, but you have more of a native experience. Maybe install 1 or 2 games at a time. That would sell TVs like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. You know, like, because as a parent, would you rather buy a TV and a console or just a TV with the console already bundled in?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And especially when a lot of these kids only play one game, so they could have their Fortnite or their Minecraft or whatever, and you're good, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just buy them the TV that has the Xbox built in. Come on, Xbox. Pay me my $1 million for the idea. Yeah. Let's see. Jago says, almost beat Gears 2 in one sitting with Doggy last night. Nice. Yeah, I did see Doggy playing Gears 2 last night. I kind of figured you two were playing. Let's see. And shout out to Jago. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. And yeah, they're just talking good memories. All right, so there you go. Gears of War. So finally, the team blue over there who doesn't know what a good shooter is gonna have to play Gears of War. We'll see how they play. Hopefully, they play better than they play Doom. Just say. I don't know if you saw that.
I have not, but it sounds funny though.
You know how Doom is a run and shoot kind of shooter.
Man,
be aggressive.
The only thing I'm thinking of right now is them experiencing wall bouncing.
Oh my gosh! Once they see people bouncing from wall to wall,
yeah,
it's so annoying, and you can't hit them.
Yeah, they're gonna get they're gonna experience wall bouncing because there's gonna be people on PlayStation that played it on Xbox and they already know, and they're gonna go in on all these people who never played Gears, and they're gonna have a rude awakening.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rude awakening for them. Wall bounce is real.
With the Nasher, with the Nasher.
With the Nasher, wall bouncing, like you shoot them with the Nasher, you miss like point blank because they're moving so fast. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Mm-hmm. I hate it. I hate wall bouncers myself, but can't deny that their skill is through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the person that was playing Doom, in Doom you got to be aggressive. You got to run, shoot, stab, break limbs, whatever, right? This guy was playing Doom like a cover shooter, taking cover from basic enemies.
Wow, it's like your true run and gun. Like play it like Call of Duty. Run and gun. Play it like
Call of Duty. Yeah, for real. So yeah, I want to see videos of them playing Gears of War. I think it's gonna be funny, and I want to see videos of Xbox gamers taking them to school. Just let me know, guys. Black Card, thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, "What's up, guys? What's up with you?" Not much. Let's see. Cheryl Walker says Microsoft keeps making Surfaces even though their sales aren't great. So making more consoles for people that want one is going to happen. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I love my Surface. I bought a Surface. I use it for work, and it's become invaluable to me. I love my Surface. So yeah. Here we go. All right, moving on. Next rumor is it looks like Perfect Dark will also be going multi-platform eventually. According to a new job listed on Microsoft's career page, Microsoft is looking for a principal graphic engineer that can, and we quote here, optimize and ensure the scalability of the rendering features to support multiple platforms and quality settings. So there you go. No red lines. Perfect Dark. Go multi-plat. Now, Terry, you ever play Perfect Dark?
Yes.
Yeah. On the 64 and the 360, where'd you play it?
Both.
All right. So almost everybody I ask if they played Perfect Dark, they haven't. So I think overall this is a good initiative to get the name of Joanna Dark back out there, because people who remember Perfect Dark are old folks like me.
Yeah.
The youngins won't remember it. So I think it's good that this game is going everywhere, just to get that franchise going, get it going hot. So that way we get a sequel, Perfect Dark 2, Perfect Dark 3, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think it's a great idea. Hopefully it scores well and people want to buy it and play it. I think it's going to be a great game. It looks great to me, and I'm very excited for this game from the initiative in Crystal Dynamics.
Is this a full
Perfect Dark?
Is this like a reboot? Is that what,
It is a reboot.
It's a reboot,
yeah.
right? Okay, because
it looks like a reboot to me.
that's what I was kind of getting the feel of, that it's kind of like they're redoing like it's like an origin story kind of a way, because she looks so young and whatnot. So like, yeah, I'm up for it.
I mean, she was never going to look old.
No, you know what I mean? Like, she just doesn't look. I feel like she looks more kind of in tune with how they kind of envisioned her when they made like the prequel. So
yeah, I think this is great. Like I said, I'm very much looking forward to this game. But out of everybody I talked to, I'm basically the only one that's really looking forward to it. Like, my buddy Doggy's not excited for it because he has no memories of Perfect Dark. Jago thinks it's going to be trash because he's Jago. No, I don't know what Jago thinks. I'm just assuming that's what he thinks. I just don't know very many people who are excited for this sci-fi spy first-person shooter.
It's because when you look at this kind of stuff, it doesn't really have the Perfect Dark look. It looks more like,
well, I mean, the Perfect Dark look was back in the 64.
No, not even look at the 64. Like, even when you look at like the prequel that they had, that I also played, like that
the
one.
360 one?
Yeah, on the 360. I mean, that one still had the same kind of feel where it was more action adventure, where this to me feels more like Deus Ex,
Yeah, which Deus Ex is fantastic, by the way. Love it. It should also make a comeback. But yeah, I mean, Perfect Dark at the end, like, it has a story that is the OG Perfect Dark has a story with it's a sci-fi story with alien technology and companies against each other trying to get the upper hand with each other, right?
The parkour is new. That's new.
Huh?
I said the parkour is new. Perfect Dark never had. They never had that.
No.
So again, it doesn't have the Perfect Dark feel. Like the play style has been so changed on this reboot that I feel like it's Perfect Dark in name.
I think it's good because, like, I want movement on Perfect Dark. I think that's great. The spy espionage stuff is still there because, you had the laptop gun because you were walking in as an office lady. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
You had proximity mines and stun guns. So all that is still in here. And so, like, the see-through walls, that was in the original Perfect Dark, the X-ray vision.
Yes.
So, yeah, but the fighting is new. The animations are new. I think it's been updated, and I feel that it's great. I feel like the story is certainly different now than it was. But, I mean, look at this combat. You get to shoot someone and kick the legs out of the other one.
It looks really good. It does.
It looks so good.
Just, it doesn't have the, that Perfect Dark, formula to me. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I feel like the gameplay is going to be fun, but it's not Perfect Dark.
I think Perfect Dark has been updated to modern day. That's the way I see it. So I also like that it's a reboot because they get to retell the first story, the main story again in this new universe with a new way. Like Terry says, it's not the old Perfect Dark. This is the new Perfect Dark. So I like that it's a reboot and that it's.
But too much change can ruin it, though.
Well, too much change to who? To you? To like the 10 old people who want to play it? I mean, come on.
I'm saying to like the way it plays because I don't know, like. I mean, even Gears of War, I mean, you still don't have a jump. I mean, they haven't changed the way you play. The play style overall is the same. It just gets prettier. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm getting at. They don't change the core game mechanics. And this doesn't have any of the core game mechanics. This is literally, they took like Call of Duty wall sliding and some like parkour that they have, in every game nowadays. And, and they're just slapping Perfect Dark on the title, So it just, to me, it's just the core that made Perfect Dark is gone. It should play like an offshoot of like a James Bond game.
Which is what it was.
Exactly. And then they completely derailed from that.
Well, I mean, keeping in the old Perfect Dark, you're coming in on a ship. And I mean, look at the way it was designed. Obviously the ship design has changed. This is like 90s sci-fi. We're now in 2020 sci-fi. Like, how 80s sci-fi has a look. This is 90s sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm not talking about graphically. Like, obviously, graphic design is going to be different. I'm not talking about like the aesthetics. I'm talking about gameplay style.
So it still has the light rays I saw. So I mean, you go in straight right away and start shooting people with a terrible AI apparently. So
yeah, that's true. It's
yeah.
just I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna play it and then I'm still gonna enjoy it because it's as long as they do a good job with the gameplay, it's still gonna be fun. But to me,
You have the jamming device still.
Perfect Dark, you're not jumping and sliding, wall running, climbing up like pipes, and you're not doing all that. So I don't know. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel right to me to have that all in there.
I just know that Perfect Dark is a espionage-esque game,
Yes.
and like I said, 90s espionage and modern espionage is different, and I'm here for it. I don't know, I like it.
I don't know.
I'm very excited for it, and again, I'm not against the what do you call it? I'm not against them putting it on multiple platforms, but again, let some of these Xbox games live a little bit. Give us some timed exclusivity, and don't announce the PS5 one day one. Just say.
And I played this level so many times. Like
I played this level so many times. I wanted to use the first level so you could see what it was.
Yeah, like oh my gosh, I played this so many times. Like I had all of their movement patterns like memorized and everything. I knew who was gonna be where.
Yeah, where the cameras were.
Yeah, so like
yeah,
like no, like
everything.
I'm up for them updating stuff. I just feel like it might be a little too updated. I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see when I play it.
There's no such thing as too updated when it comes to Joanna Dark. So there you go, guys. I like the new look of Perfect Dark. I like this look.
I mean, it's beautiful. It is. It's beautiful, but I don't know.
We'll see. All right, so let's see. Let's check in with the chat. See what they think. Let me put something that I don't have to pay attention to here. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Jesse James says Fable Perfect Dark will be timed Xbox exclusive. I hope so. Jago Coogan says, I actually think the new Perfect Dark looks like it's going to be amazing. All right, well, there you go. And Jago says the OG Perfect Dark always looked terrible to me, so I never played him. See, so Jago doesn't have Perfect Dark memories, is what I'm getting
That's
at,
why.
right?
So yeah, he's going in with like modern gaming, and I feel like if you were to take a game that he loves and you modernized it so much to where it didn't feel like what he's used to, he would have the same opinion possibly that I have,
That's like every game, because Jago's a retro renegade, and he's all about the retro games. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see. Let's keep checking in here. Fastback says, once the new Perfect Dark is shown and looks good, excitement will grow. I hope so. Let's see. Everybody agrees. The old Perfect Dark was okay, but corny to me. Yeah, that's what I loved about it. Let's see. Jago Coogan, I'm okay with it not looking anything like the terrible looking old school Perfect Dark. I'm okay with it not playing anything like it. I mean, it's espionage. I want the espionage. Crazy Greek Dude says, I have Perfect Dark on 360. I quit playing right away. It was horrible. This looks like it plays better, right?
Well, it should. I mean, there's like a 30-year difference. It better play better. But like, I don't know. It's just the play style's so different.
So D says, didn't they take away Jump in Doom Dark Ages? I don't know. That's what their rumor is.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. So I guess they did. Let's see. They Ninja Gaiden it. How the mechanics will change for NES to the new gameplay. Yeah, that's right. I agree. Ninja Gaiden, modern Ninja Gaiden plays very different than NES Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. God, the old Perfect Dark looks horrendous. Shout out to Splendiferous. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, my neighbors. Good morning. Let's see. Be nice. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, sorry. He says, good morning, Terry, Axel, gaming chat nerds, and stalkers. Absolutely. Let's see. I'll let you read this one, Terry.
Joanna Dark is actually sexy now and not as blocky as we can see her curves.
So there you go. So let's see. I
feel like people had no problem with blocky Lara Croft and blocky Tifa. So I don't know, man. Putting that out there.
Yeah, Lara Croft was my first bae. I gotta admit that one. Lara Croft came into existence right when I came into my young teenage years. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, I think console exclusive is something that will become something in the past. I think hardware should not be about exclusive games.
I think we need to rephrase it. It's no longer going to be console exclusive. It's going to be brand exclusive.
We'll see. But it's not brand exclusive. It's going to go over there too. I don't know. Like I said, I think the console war is over and the content wars have begun. And with Xbox putting all their content somewhere else, plus missing out on content, it's an issue. Because, like I said, Sony's still playing the old game where they're blocking content from coming to Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the age of content wars, you got to get the content, which is why I think Xbox did all the purchasing they did, right? Which, good for them. They're like, okay, well, we're not going to bid for exclusives. Instead, we're just going to buy publishers. Good for them. They have a vast amount of content that's no longer going to be leaving their console or be kept off their console. But at the same time, there's still content that's missing. That's all I'm saying. If we're going content wars, we're going content. Let's just talk about it, right? Content wars. Let's see. Splendid first says, oh, Laura was different, right? Right? And shout out to Cougar Man. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, good morning, Axel and Terry. Thank you so much for being here. And Jago Coogan says, that's because Laura was more pointy than blocky, Terry. Yeah, Terry. Let's see. Some gamers saw the pyramids for the first time when they played the OG Lara Croft. Yeah. I didn't even know that Egypt had pyramids back then, Terry. Even though she wasn't in Egypt. So let's see. So yeah. And shout out to Deep123. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Remaking Perfect Dark doesn't affect the original game. If that's what you prefer, it's still there. Oh yeah, that's right, Terry.
No,
you can still go back and play it.
That's not what I'm saying. Like,
I know what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I felt Perfect Dark Zero was a good upgrade. You know, they polished it up to make it more modern, but they didn't detract too much from the play style to me. Whereas this one, and they've completely wiped the slate clean.
So there you go. That's what she thinks. And I'm okay with it. I don't care. Leave the 90s in the 90s. Live in the now, Terry, you dinosaur. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you, Terry. All right. So there you go. Perfect Dark might be going everywhere, which is not a surprise. But, you know, again, I'm going in the content wars. You got to, you know, if the console war is over, the content wars have begun. You got to have the right content. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see how that plays out. But you know what? That's okay, because guess what, Terry? Microsoft was the #1 games publisher in the world last month. So, they corrected it. 131 to 2025. An early version they incorrectly stated that the span was for preceding. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay. 465 million was spent on Microsoft games over December. So gamers are spending $465 million on Xbox, making the company the world's biggest publisher across Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. That's according to data firm Ampere. It includes sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which was one of the biggest games over the holiday period. It also included the release of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which launched in December. But it was, of course, Call of Duty that made it all happen, right? As it is the game everybody plays, right? Which attracted 38 million monthly users in November 2024, Ampere said, which set the game up strongly for December. Microsoft has been putting its strategy on multi-plat, right? 64% of consumer spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation formats, driven by Call of Duty. So there you go. 64% of Xbox games were bought by PlayStation guys. But you know why? You know why? Because we have Game Pass over here. So there you go. Microsoft said Microsoft was ahead of second place EA, which generated 366 million. So we were at 365. Ooh, 30 million gap. Over the same period, EA's performance was driven by EA Sports Football Club 25, which delivered big numbers, a bit smaller than they were last year. Oh, maybe it's because it's the same game? Just saying. MP also revealed that 30 million hours were spent playing Fortnite on Christmas Day. Holy crap. Which meant the average Fortnite gamer spent 2.3 hours on the game that day. 20 million hours were also spent on Call of Duty games during December 25th. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jeez. So there you go. So lots of gaming news, but even though all of these look great, Microsoft was number one, even though it was funded by other consoles. So their multi-plat has taken them from third place money to first place money, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it's all about? It's the money. Show me the money.
That's what it's about.
Hold on. Show me the money. Okay, sorry. Right? So, shout out to the 65% of PlayStation users who are going to be funding my games. Thanks a lot. You guys are the real MVP. So, Terry, what do you think?
No, I think this is great. It's like this is why I've been very supportive of them, releasing their games on other platforms, because it gives more people to play it, which gives them more consumers, which gives them more fans, which means more revenue to continue making more games. So, I mean, it's a win for us.
Yeah, that's right. So, it is a win for us gamers, as I feel that Xbox is the more gamer-friendly brand. So, yeah, I feel that they're more consumer-friendly, gamer-friendly with, Game Pass, Xbox Play Anywhere, free cloud saves, all that good stuff, right? And so the fact that they're adding some of that to their Call of Duty games and stuff, I think that's great. I think it's great, personally. So yeah, that's what I think. Let's see. What's going on over here? Talking about Lower Croft. Doggy Dog said, "I've seen the top of the mountain and it is good." Oh my goodness. Split Difference says, "Where's Dreadpool? Sleeping, man. He works nights. Whenever Dreadpool's on the show, it's because he hasn't fallen asleep yet. But sometimes he gets home at like 3 o'clock in the morning and he just goes to sleep. Stays asleep. That's what happens." Axel, is that an Xbox shirt you have on? It is. This is the Halo Legendary Skull with the greatest gaming franchise of all time, Halo. Right, Terry? Let's see. Shout out to Sir X, man. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says, good morning. And Happy Cloud Gamer says the new Sniper Elite on Xbox Game Pass is awesome. There you go, Terry.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to download it when we get the show done today.
Split Difference says they like that 70% they were getting from Sony. Yeah. So even though they're only making 70% from Sony, they still made $465 million. So there you go. Let's see.
And that's just in 1 month?
Yeah, 1 month.
Wow. They made that in a month.
In 1 month. I mean, let's just pretend that's a rough average of how much they make a month, right?
Man, that's
nice. 400 million, right?
They got acquisition money.
That's right. That's acquisition money. That's $4.8 billion, Terry, in game sales. That's acquisition money. You're right. That's right. They're making acquisition money. Shout out to PlayStation for funding our next acquisition. You guys are the best. You guys are the real MVP. Oh my gosh, that's great acquisition money. I love that one. Happy Cloud Gamer says, "Oh my God, you all need to play No Man's Sky. The new update is insane. Everything is now 2.5. No joke. What's the new No Man's Sky trailer?"
You are not tricking me, man. You're not tricking me. Every time someone tells me, "Hey, you gotta go back to No Man's Sky. They got a new update. It's so good now. It's so good now." And then I keep saying no. I can't stand that game. I'm not playing it. And then they keep going on about it. But the new update, it's worth playing now. You gotta do it. And then I go and I download the game and I start playing it. And then I immediately remember why I hate that game, because it's boring. No updates in the world is going to make that game fun to me. No, you're not tricking me into doing it again. I'm not doing it. That game will never be fun.
Yeah, so it's the Worlds 2.0 update.
No.
I did see the trailer. It looks great, but I have put 40 hours into No Man's Sky, and I have yet to have fun.
Exactly.
All I'm doing is harvesting this resource, harvesting that resource, throwing gas in my ship and going on, and I hate it. The gameplay loop is not for me.
It's like real life. You get up, you work,
go to work,
you put gas in your car, and you go and do it again. Okay? No, it ain't happening. All right, the game's not fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And PlayStation fanboys talking about Xbox is dead. Boy, how do they know that? Justin Max says, just remember, Xbox is number one. Absolutely, it is. And we just show it right here. They're number one in the world. Last month in money. Split Difference says 64%. That's not a small number. I like the fact that it was our devs won't be limited. Their games will have full potential for doing the best they can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Cold Start. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MP. Oops, I'm going to take your chat away here. He says, PlayStation gamers love Xbox games because they're a breath of fresh air from the over-the-shoulder sad dad games. Oh, don't talk about my God of War like that. I actually enjoy God of War, man.
I like OG God of War. I didn't like the new one.
Oh, no, I like the new one so much more.
No.
Although there was a lot more nudity in the OG God of War. So I totally get it.
More nudity.
I totally get it. You also love the top of the mountain, Terry. I get it.
I like the combat more in the old ones. It was more action, fast paced. I feel like it's too slow now and sluggish.
Yeah. Let's see. The t-shirt is fire. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And D says Giga Dollars. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. I'm a little update on the last tier in Season 7 of Diablo 4 requires you to play on Torment 4. Really? I've never made it to Torment 4. I've only been to Torment 3. So, yeah. And Harry Balzac, thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Says, Axel, how come you won't say that word? I just don't want to. Because I play on PlayStation. I play on everything, right? Xbox is my preferred console by far. And I don't know. I get no satisfaction from insulting people I don't know. Or a group of people I don't know. Because, some of my friends are, some of my family are PlayStation only gamers. So I don't want to group them all into one group. No way. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. Sir X-Man says, hit that like and share button, everyone. Let's go. I did it. Your turn. Thank you so much, Sir X-Man. You are the real MVP. Be sure to hit that like button. Yes. And Harry Bosak says, it's so fun. I can see the fun in it, but I just don't want to be part of it. Like, if someone was to come in here and console war me and do like a tit for tat and insult Xbox while I have to insult PlayStation, they would win. I am not a console warrior. I just don't occupy my mind with ways to insult people. It is not me. It's just not me. Sorry. It's just not my personality. I like reading it because I think it's funny, but I could never think of the things that are being said. Like, even the words you guys are saying here, when you say those words, I would never think of that sentence in my life. Just saying. Splendiferous. Shout out to Splendiferous. You are the real MVP. Did you see what he typed?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me put it away. I'll do it for you, Axel. Thanks, Splendiferous. Shout out to Splendiferous. All right, so even though Xbox is number one, Terry, in the month of December, that didn't save them. Xbox Q2 fiscal year gaming revenue is down 7%, but Xbox Game Pass still grew. What's going on? Well, what's happening here? So their fiscal year, Q2 fiscal year 2025, which, businesses are in different fiscal years than the rest of the world. And they revealed that gaming revenue was down 7% year over year. For the quarter, even though they had Call of Duty launch and Indiana Jones launch, right? The quarter did see Xbox content and services revenue up 2%, to which the company credits growth in Game Pass. But hardware declined. They said they expected it to decline at least 25% last quarter. So that is not a surprise. They did announce it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there you go. That is subscriptions grew 2%, but hardware is down 20%. So overall, how is the Game Pass? How is the gaming revenue doing? Right. So let me see if I can do this here, because they did have. What did I learn? All right, here we go. So they did put out a PowerPoint because it's Microsoft. They do PowerPoint. So gaming revenue is down 7%, down 8% CC. I don't know what CC means. Cubic centimeters. Xbox content and services revenue grew 2%, driven by growth in Game Pass, which is great. That's what we want. More growth in Game Pass. But Xbox hardware went down 29%. So let's see. Constant currency growth is what it means. So I don't know what that means. So overall, the game, is this overall down or up? They don't give numbers. Well, they do. They do give numbers. Let me see if I can find it. Gaming revenue 2%, 0.2%, right? Services, hardware, all this stuff, but they don't actually give like numbers. So we'll see. I don't know how to do it because this is the first time I've seen the PowerPoint. What the? Sorry. So I'm not sure what that means in terms of money, if that's good or bad, but we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to see if anybody did any money mathing for this, but I didn't. So is the Xbox division up or down this year? Up or down this year? Usually the Xbox division is up about 1 or 2% as a whole. But this time they divided it into 3 sectors, right? Gaming revenue, subscription services, and hardware. They usually bundle all that together into one full Xbox division to say that it was overall up or down, and they didn't this year. So that's new. So that gives us kind of like, well, is it good or bad? I don't know. I think the Game Pass revenue, I think that's where they really want it to be up, because that's constant month after month. Game Pass subscription. And physical sales are going down. Like physical sales just keep going down, but these are digital sales. And hardware decline. Hardware sales. That doesn't mean that 29% of Xbox owners stop being Xbox owners. It just means they didn't sell as many consoles. So I don't know. As consoles get older, they do worse and worse year over year. Even Nintendo Switch, the greatest console ever made. That's right, I said it. Is going down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What do you think, Terry? I mean, they didn't give us the overall Xbox picture like they normally do. Well, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, for the holiday season, I feel like everybody kind of, at this point, when it comes to like the hardware, at this point, everybody who wanted an Xbox should have one. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really foresee sales really going much higher until they release something new. Mm-hmm. Because the people who are holding out, they're not going to buy into this generation until the next one starts. Because there are plenty of people, like my brother's one of those where he doesn't get the current gen. He waits until the next gen comes out, and then the current gen is now last gen. Then he gets into it. Because he likes to just wait until everything's like bottom dollar. So I mean, I think they're doing fine, and I'm not worried about that. The hardware going down, because that's not where their focus is anyways. Their focus has always been on getting subscriptions for Game Pass. Mm-hmm. So I feel like,
and that metric is up.
Yeah, so they're succeeding where they are trying to succeed. So they're fine. I'm not worried about this at all.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think it's going to be great. Well, I think they're going to be fine. Like you said, they're focused on that subscriptions, and even this is an Xbox campaign thing that must have led to some subscriptions, right? Oh, and speaking of Dreadpool, look who's in. Look who decided to wake up.
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning, Dread. What's up?
Not me. Not me. We had a late night last night, so I'm
Are
here.
you
My
sober?
apologies, but I'm here. You know what?
Are you
I
sober?
was also trying to get onto Game Pass and play some games.
Mhm. Yeah, there you go. Instead of being on GMX, you wanted to Game Pass it up.
Yes, I did. Sorry.
Hey, can't blame you there. What you been playing this week, Dread?
Um, Deer in headlights. What?
You've been playing the deer in the headlights. All right.
What did I play? No, I
Is that
played
a Florida sport? I'm just asking.
um Ninja Gaiden 2.
Hmm.
Got that loaded up. Um, Started to do the Alan Wake, and then that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can get Alan Wake remastered for free right now, right?
Supposedly, I tried it with Tiny Giant's account and it didn't work.
I'm gonna have to try it. Maybe they fixed it. Who knows?
They may have fixed it. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know what I need to do
Mhm.
because I did exactly what they said. So if I don't know, I already had it on my Xbox. I had to delete it. I had to
Mm.
reinstall it as a trial,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that happened, I went over to Alan Wake Remastered and nothing.
Mm.
Didn't auto download. It gave me full price on it.
I see. All right. So we're talking about how the fiscal year came around and Xbox gaming revenue is down 7%, but Xbox Game Pass still grew, and we were saying that's where they want to grow. So that's where they focused, and I think it's positive that they grew on what they were focused. But normally, Xbox gives us this information with like, gaming revenue, blah, 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 and then they give us Xbox as a whole, if it's positive or negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this time they didn't do that. They
Yeah, they kind of
they
tell
just
you right
said
there.
Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. Oh no, never mind. They did do it. Ah, ha! I just missed it. Ha ha. Okay, I missed it. All right, so here we go. Xbox content accelerates revenue growth year over year. So it grew overall 2%.
Mm-hmm.
So even though gaming services was down, Xbox still grew. So there you go. Okay, never mind. They did do it.
You're welcome.
Never mind. I take back everything bad I just said.
And they even said console sales went down.
Hmm. Yeah. So in gaming, they said revenue declined 7%, content grew 2%, but hardware went down 29%. And even with all that, they still grew 2%. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I think part of it was let's call it marketing or the messaging. Like everybody's been complaining about the hardware sales.
Hmm.
They could have gone more than 2% had they also stated that everything's an Xbox, but if you want the best of the best, this is where you play these two consoles.
Yeah. And again, I think overall this is a good sign. So, and I'm sorry, Terry, to have interrupted you. Were you done, or did you have more to say?
No, I'm fine.
No, not anymore. She doesn't.
Not anymore.
You screwed it all
No,
up.
I know I messed up. I got her out of her.
I'm blaming
I,
you, not me.
uh, so yeah, there you go, guys. And then, so overall, Xbox is still doing good, up 2% overall, even with gaming revenue down and hardware sales down. They're still overall up, which is great. And this is so different because this was the Activision. This was the year they bought Activision. Whoops, sorry. This is the year they bought Activision, right? Can I zoom in on this? I can't. This is the year they bought Activision. So from the previous years, they were up 61, 60, 60, 60. But now this is with Activision Blizzard now. It's not you anymore. And it's still up 2%, which is great, right? So yeah. And as Terry said, they I like the word Terry said. Said, they made $465 million last last month. What kind of money is that, Terry?
Acquisition money.
That's right, acquisition money. It's time to get this back up to the 60s. Time for another acquisition, baby.
2%. That's laughable.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check in with the chat here. See, Fastback says, I prefer gaming on Xbox, but respect gaming all around. I never cared about console wars. TMZ clickbait is BS. Yeah, there you go. See? Be Nice says, I'm buying next gen Xbox. What I do here is there will be variants of the new hardware. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. While Xbox sales were declining, Microsoft was advertising this is an Xbox. What do people expect? I mean, they're going for the Game Pass, man. That's what's important to them. Get that constant subscriber money.
And they got the growth where they wanted it.
Yep, and the subscribers. Can't really down them for that. I mean, they went up 2% in subscribers, and that was enough to carry them 2% for the whole division. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Shout out to FarQ. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, Nintendo Switch, the best console ever made. It's time for me to unsubscribe. Hello, Axel Terry in chat. You know who loves the Nintendo Switch more than anybody I know, FarQ? My buddy Doggy Dog 420 loves that Nintendo Switch more than anybody I know.
Wasn't he using it as a doorstop?
Yeah, he loves it more than Terry loves her Nintendo Switch.
Oh, man.
So, yes. Let's see. Jago Kukin says, we are now into the 5 years of the Xbox life cycle, so it doesn't surprise me since the sales are down. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I think Fastback says gamers shouldn't be focused on cost, time, and most of that. Just enjoy gaming. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
I mean, I think okay. I'm gonna half agree with you, Fastback, because I wasn't focused on any of that. I was just a fan of gaming when I was young, and I saw Sega die. So I don't want Xbox to die either. I want them to exist forever and ever until I die. And you know, I don't want. I mean, being a kid in the '90s, you saw gaming companies come in and die left and right. So, while it wouldn't be new for another company to die for me, it's just been a long time, man. It's been like 20 years. I don't want to go. I don't want to have PTSD, man.
yeah, but I think he actually does mean they should be focused on cost. Gamers, you should be focused on the cost that you're spending, your time, and your enjoyment of gaming. I think that's what he meant more.
I think so. Yeah.
So, and he's right on that. You know, you shouldn't be focused on other people's money. Worry about your own money and saving as much money as you can. You know, like I said last week, be greedy for you.
I am greedy. Where's my money, Dread?
Where's my money? You ain't paying me to be here.
Let's see. Farkey says, I might like Xbox direction, but I might not like Xbox's direction, but they will be fine, and I'm definitely not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. B Nice says, I think we'll see more growth in Game Pass once the full supporting cast of games comes rolling in. Yeah, they're starting to roll in. Game Pass is starting to become like amazing now that content is on the service. Again, we're in the content wars. We're going to see if that's enough content to keep these subscribers.
Yeah, I just hope they can, now that they've got the ball rolling, that they can keep it rolling. Because you know what's going to happen. They're going to be like, well, we got no more games. They just announced everything they had, and they got nothing now. So just let us keep getting games.
Sexman says, right now, what's going on with gaming sales are people are more worried about food and paying bills that of console. That is the truth. Yeah, I was telling Terry I was eating $20 eggs this morning.
Yeah.
Well,
those omelets you guys like are going to be super duper expensive.
Yeah, look at people in Cali right now. Some of them don't have any place to go to sleep, let alone play games.
All right, so Jago Kukin is saying you had to buy Alan Wake 2 to get Alan Wake Remastered for free, is what I'm reading. All right, so there you go.
It said download the trial.
That was the rumor I was hearing. Maybe we did it too late.
Wario said download trial. I downloaded the trial. So there's a difference. I already have Alan Wake 2, and I already have Alan Wake Remastered. Yes. So for me, it does me no good, but seeing that Tiny Giant doesn't have it, and neither does Death Dealer, I mean, they're playing it through my ownership, but if it's not on the console, they should be able to get ownership that way.
I might buy Alan Wake 2 when it's like for $1. But even then, I still might not.
Dude, Alone in the Dark is on sale for, I want to say like $17 now.
Jesus.
And I'm still debating whether or not to get it. And it was like my most anticipated game. And it ended up being the biggest flop.
Let's see. Shout out to Nini. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I love the new Xbox duration. It makes for funny Twitter clips. It does. It does. And shout out to the number one Switch gamer in the world, Doggy Dog 420. He says, I downloaded the trial and it didn't work. There you go. So there you go. So lots of people said they did it. It didn't work. So there you go.
I did see a lot of
anybody got anything else about the fiscal year, about the money that we're not making?
Nope.
No. All right. Moving on. So Terry, we don't have an indie spotlight this week because we have a very special Idea of Xbox Indie Selects anniversary. That's right. Indie Selects has been going on for a year. We try to cover all the Indie Selects every month here, but they, some months do escape us, right? So Indie Selects has been going, right? And Indie Selects has turned 1 year old, and we're celebrating by crowning our top 6 picks for the last year. And they're also running a huge Indie Select sale with discounts of over 200 indie games that released in 2024. So there's an Idea at Xbox indie sale. Let's check it out, shall we? All right, let's see. So here is the yearly Indie Selects, the 6 great ones that they picked. So Balatro, Game of the Year nominee. Great game. I played it. Animal Well, which looks awesome to me. The Plucky Squire, which Terry loved, right?
Yeah, it looks so cute. I want to try that one.
I want to play Neva, right? Crow Country, that one there. And the game that my buddy Doggy Dog, Switch Doggy, gifted to me, Hypercharged, Unboxed. Shout out to Doggy. Thank you so much for giving me that game. Appreciate you, buddy. So, yeah, there you go. Hypercharged, Unboxed, that Toy Soldier game. Yeah. So these 6 games are there. So how many of these have you played, Terry?
Honestly, none of those.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't played. 2 of them are on my backlog, though.
Hold on, I'm going to change your name.
I don't have time to game anymore. I just work.
There you go. I changed your name.
Man.
All right, Dreadful. How many of these games have you played?
Do you really need me to count?
Yes.
0.
Oh my gosh.
Goose egg.
Oh my gosh. Let me change your name too. There we go. All right.
Well, I want to play Hypercharge. I just haven't had a chance to buy it. That's really the only. Crow Country was something I was interested in, but again, not interested.
Right. So I've played Balatro, played the crap out of it. I want to play Neva. I want to play Animal Well. But unlike these guys, at least I played one of these games, so that makes me the real indie gamer, Axel 1324.
Wait a second. You got gifted a game and you haven't even played it?
No, not yet. No.
Fail.
Don't gift him any games.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the game I play every week is SnowRunner, which is the epitome of indie games right there. I play it every week.
Jago Cookin says Hypercharge is amazing. Doggy Dog says Hypercharge was awesome. Absolutely.
We play SnowRunner in Florida too.
Yeah. Fastback says that he's played both Balatro and Hypercharge and loved them both. Yeah. So these are the top 6 2024 Indie Select Game winners of the year. Right? So Balatro, developed by Local Thunk, of course. It's on sale right now for $12.74. So like $1.50 off.
Woohoo!
Right? Animal Well is not on sale. It's still full price. Ah, boo. The Plucky Squire, Terry, it's still full price.
Ah.
Never, the one I want to play. Let's see. Still full price. Oh man, come
Well,
on.
at least your game is cheaper. That's something.
Crow Country. This is I don't know what this one is about. Still. Let's see. This one's on sale for $15.99, $16. And of course, Hypercharge Unbox, which was a smash hit, on sale for $23.99. But of course, this is the Indie Select game sale, including Kenna Bridge of Spirits is on there. Star Troopers Extermination, Bounty Hunter, all these indie games.
How is
And here,
Hunter an indie
I'm going to zoom out so we can see this whole list.
We can't even read the list.
Yeah, I know, but I had to zoom out so I could,
And that's one of 5. Okay, there's 500.
Show this. Holy crap. I mean, look at all these games, guys.
I bet you I played a lot of those.
All right, hold on. Here we go. We're going to roll the dice. Terry, did you play Pepper Grinder?
No.
Oh, see, it's still fake indie.
I'm pretty sure nobody here played Pepper Grinder. Okay? Come on.
So, yeah. Balacho, Jago Cookie says Balacho's told 74 too much. No way, man. You'll get like 300 hours of gaming in that game. Trust me. It's worth every penny. All right, so the biggest discounts come in Pixel Cafe, the Hong Kong Massacre. Those are, and then we get into 75. Black Sad, Braid.
I played that.
Yeah,
I played
Braid.
Black Sad. I played, but no, so just saying.
You trying to get your indie title back, Terry? Is that what you're trying to do?
I did.
Oh my gosh!
Not only did I play it, I completed it.
I played Braid, never finished it. It got the best of me. I couldn't finish it, but I remember I played this one back on the 360 on the Xbox arcade title. I bought it back then. Let's see. High Water, Little Noah, Son of Paradise. These are the biggest discounts. Oh, Wizard with a Gun? I might have to buy that one. I mean, that one's on my wish list. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Let's see.
That second one, or the one underneath Wizard with a Gun, I read it completely wrong.
What did you read? Never mind. Don't tell me.
Yeah, just move some letters around and yeah.
There you go. Let's see. A gift? Is that a game? Oh, here you go, Terry. Terry, read this one.
Why? Okay. Bang on Balls Chronicles.
That one's on sale.
Axel plays that one every night.
Do they have a trailer? They don't have a trailer. They don't even show a trailer of Banging on Balls.
I don't think we need to see it.
Okay, well, if you want me to tell you what I read, instead of Black Sad under the skin, I read Ball Sack under the skin.
The series.
Oh my goodness, guys! Oh my goodness. My wife is laughing out loud out there. She's amazing. Let's see. I love hearing her laugh. It brings me so much joy. I love my wife's laugh. Dustborn. That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So there you go, guys. Lots of stuff on sale. Anyways, this is on the Xbox Wire. Be sure to check it out. These are all on sale, and you can go to it. Oh, look, Brothers and Tell the Two Sons remake, 50% off.
It's a good game. Highly recommend.
It is a good game.
It is a very good game, yeah. So you have a lot of games on sale, guys. So be sure to check it out. And this is the current sale for indies, the Indie Select sale, year of the Indie Select sale. So I think that's what it's called. So go into the marketplace and check it out. Buy yourself some good ones. Shout out to my wife. There she is. She's the MVP of my life. Thank you so much for being here. She says, "Oh my gosh." Jago Kukin says Bang on Balls is a pass. So there you go. Anybody got anything else to add on the Indie Select stuff?
No.
Let me fix your names. Hold on. Gotta fix your names back to normal. I can't believe I was the only real indie gamer. I'm shocked.
What just happened?
Not really, but I'm shocked. All right, and to end the day today, our last bit of news is it set Twitter on fire, or X on fire, and that is that Forza Horizon 5 has been announced for the PS5. This is one of the big three, one of the big pillars. And remember, a lot of people said that they were okay with Xbox's multi-platform strategy as long as one of the three pillars did not make it over there. Well, one of the three pillars, right? Halo, Forza, Gears. That was the pillar, right? One of the three pillars has fallen and going over to PS5, and some people on Twitter are having a meltdown over it. But I think they're having a meltdown for the wrong reason, Terry. I think the people that are having a meltdown is GT fans, because Forza is about to bury it.
Oh my gosh, dude!
They're gonna come in there and finally play a good Horizon game. That's right. not Horizon Forbidden West. Forza Horizon, a good Horizon game, and it's just gonna bury GT because they're finally gonna figure out the greatness that us Xbox gamers have been experiencing for years. Terry, what do you think? Should we? Are you going to pour one out for GT?
I mean, that game was terrible. So yeah. I've never been a fan of that series, man. I've always despised it with a passion. So that game's been dead since I was, since I was a kid. And the first time I played that game, and the car instantly just hard steered right into the wall of the tunnel, I was like, F this game. So like, no. No.
All right. So the quote unquote the racing simulator is about to meet the arcade racing game. I mean, and Forza Horizon looks beautiful.
Well,
it's one of the best looking games in the world. Dred, are you going to pour one out for GT, for those GT gamers who are about to experience the greatness of Forza Horizon?
Dude, my tank has been empty on GT for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing to empty out for them. And at the same time, I understand that the comparisons aren't the same unless you're looking at strictly visuals. It's just...
Oh, wait, this is Forza Motorsport.
Maybe they'll get Motorsport, so that way...
they will. So, if they got Horizon, they're going to get Motorsport.
That'll be more to their, flavor.
That'll be really the true test between the two.
Yeah, so Horizon, I feel like Horizon, they should, instead of having GT on there with Horizon, you should have Drive Club right there, because that would be the better comparison.
Oh, so it's going to bury Drive Club?
Yes.
And that would be...
Forza Horizon first off, take it home on my tierra, Mexico, right? I think it's great. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful game overall. And I mean, these guys don't even... Like, remember, in GT... to take pictures around the world, you had to Photoshop your car onto other pictures. Remember that? Anybody remember that? I remember.
No, we don't remember because we didn't play it.
I just remember. I just like listening to the announcements. You always got to scope out the competition. And PlayStation hasn't really had racing competition quite like Forza Horizon. Because, I mean, Forza Horizon is... What's the rating? 94? 90 something? It's in the 90s. It should have been the real game of the year back in 2020 when it came out. Just being honest. I mean, I don't know how much more you could have done to a racing game. They had RPG elements in it. It had the best cars in it. It had everything you needed in it. And it still didn't get nominated for Game of the Year because, the Game Awards are the PlayStation Awards, really. And... there's just, how could the highest rated game of the year, literally the highest rated game of the year, not have been nominated? And so the highest rated game of that year is coming to PlayStation, and it's gonna just bury it, man. Just saying.
Hey, if that's the only way they can get up nominated is by going to PlayStation.
Maybe
maybe
it'll finally get nominated. We'll see. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Chat, let us know how you feel. With the pillar going to Sony PlayStation and showing them what a real racing game looks like. Let us know. Let's see. El Nini says, wow, the spin is so funny. Axel Console Warren, let's go. Jago Coogan says, Halo and Gears will be on PS5. I agree. They are really two different types of racers. They are, but they've never experienced this type of racing. Trust me, this is on a whole nother level. Yeah, yeah. And Jago Coogan, yeah, with one of the pillars going, that means nothing else is sacred. But Phil Spencer has been saying for years now that nothing is sacred. So I'm not surprised about it. And I'm just trying to make the best out of a situation that's happening by making fun of it. So yeah, there you go. Let's see. I don't believe nothing else says about some games will stay exclusive. I'm thinking timed exclusive. I'm thinking timed exclusive is what the future holds. Oh, look, Dred, that guy must have been you. So let's see.
He's still on his wheels.
But in true Bronco fashion, it had to roll over first.
Elneny says, I've been saying it. Halo, Gears, and Forza was coming since Hi-Fi Rush. I'm just glad we are at the acceptance stage. Yeah, for real. I think I'm past the acceptance stage and I'm into like the, I don't know, enjoy it phase because I'm making fun of it. Terry, were you expecting that meme? Were you expecting it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I hated that game too. Man, I went all in too. I was so excited. I bought that game. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Sony's finally getting a good arcade game. Nah, hated it. I was like, Drive Club, may you rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says everything is going to everything. Not sure PlayStation 6 will be a huge high-end console. With the cost of chips nowadays, with the way they're going to be, yeah. Splendiferous says I called Aldretti out of his bed. Hi, Axel, you did. So yeah, Twitter has been on fire over this announcement of Forza Motorsport being announced. Let me see if I can read some of these comments. Of course, I'm only going to read the appropriate comments as is tradition here. So let me get to it. Hold on. Wait for it, Dred. Wait for it. Calm down. So Warrior posted it, right? It was the person I know that posted it. Let's see. So some people have been saying that Sony always wins. Some people have been saying no. Let's see. This is a huge W and will sell in huge numbers on PS5. Yeah, I think so. PlayStation gamers who have never played this game will absolutely love it. I'm super excited for you guys to try it out. Yeah, absolutely. This instantly became the best racing game on the PS5. Yeah, no lies detected there. Easily the best racing game on any console. It's the best racing game since 2020. Can only be outdone by Forza Horizon 6. Rest in peace, Gran Turismo 7. Mark my words, Halo No Gears of War will be on the PS5 this summer. Yeah, that's the rumors that I've heard. This feels weird. Okay. And of course, this was ported by Panic Button. So this PS5 port is from Panic Button, not from Playground Games. As you know, Playground Games is busy with Fable. So we'll see how the port does, because sometimes ports don't do well. But hopefully they don't shame the name of Forza Horizon 5. I think it has to go there and just knock it out of the park. Show them what a real racing game can do. So yeah. Doggy Dog says, I've never seen so much hype for a 3.5-year-old racing game. Yeah.
Have you seen a lot of hype over a pirate game?
You mean Sea of Thieves?
Remember all that hype?
Yeah. I was upset at that, but we've moved on from the upset stage to the acceptance stage, as has been stated. Because there's nothing I can do about it. So I can either live with it, or either way, I'm going to live with it. You know
what'd be funny is the whole, what if Halo goes over there, which it probably will.
It will.
And it doesn't sell.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible for me.
Well, no, I'm just saying if it doesn't sell there, then it means in the next game just won't be put over there. If nobody wants
they might move away from Halo, which I hope they don't.
I
You
know,
know,
but
but
that's again,
PlayStation could
that's the
kill Halo
negativity.
with that
it
analogy.
could, yeah.
That's the possibility of you know certain things. I don't know if anybody ever thought of that.
Hmm. Yeah. So we have a hold on, let me save this. This is a iconic video games exclusive here, guys. Not really, but I'm gonna treat it as such. We have the launch schedule for PS5 games coming up. I was able to get some inside information. So coming to PS5 soon is Halo, Starfield, Hellblade. All of these games have just been leaked by yours truly here on Good Morning Xbox. Avowed is coming to PS5, Blade is coming to PS5, Indiana Jones, what was leaked earlier, and Elder Scrolls 6. This is the PS5 release schedule, guys, leaked. Seeing as PlayStation doesn't release games, I had to give you guys some hope. But yeah, I don't know. I see this as a full positive. So I don't see it as a negative overall. You know, again, it's the content wars, and the only, you know, for Game Pass, this is great. For the subscription content wars, this is great. For the console content wars, I think this is bad because, you know, PlayStation is still money hatting games off of from Xbox. So if PlayStation gets all the Xbox games, the console, plus all the PlayStation games, then from a console content perspective, it's not good. But from a service perspective, you know, Game Pass versus PS Plus or Nintendo Switch Online or I don't know whatever else is out there. It is the service to subscribe to because it has the highest rated racing game. It has the number one selling shooter. It has a great high rated game like Indiana Jones. It's just it's just fantastic. So that's all I'm saying. For Game Pass, I think this is great. But for console, again, for the console traditionalist approach, I don't think it's great. But you know, Xbox has moved away from the console traditionalist view, so it doesn't matter that it's not great. So yeah. Let's see. Does the chat say anything else? Oh yeah. Splendiferous has a good point. As much crap as they talk about our games, 64% of them love our stuff. Yeah, they do. They really do. Doggy dog. Shut up, doggy. Let's see. I can't believe you would say this. I want to play Wukong on Xbox. He says PlayStation can keep money handing those Souls likes. I don't want them either. You're hurting my soul here, doggy. You're hurting my soul. I want to play those. Let's see. Yeah. Halo won't sell well on the PlayStation. Say the camera perspective they're not used to. Yeah, first person is going to make them sick. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So we'll see what happens. Everybody, we'll see what happens. I'm going to skip this if that's okay. Let me see. Terry, anything else to add on this going over to PlayStation?
They can have it.
They can have it?
They can have it.
All right. They can experience greatness.
Yes.
That's right. Dread, what do you think?
I don't care. They got to pay for it. And, you know, if they're really interested in this game, they'll pay for it, and they're not going. You know, if they had Game Pass access, could you imagine that type of thought process of all the games on Xbox would be on PlayStation? But they don't have that.
So many subscribers, man.
They'd have to buy this anyway. So again, it's another testament to how well these games are wanted that are not on Game Pass. If you think about that, that's again another test of true value. If I can pay a service and have access to this game, why would I buy the game? Right? There are very few people that are like, oh, I'm still going to support them. You're supporting them by playing the game and the service. Now, without the ability of having that access to the service, would these people buy this game? That's going to be the question for them. You know, I don't see a problem with it. Whatever, you know, they want more people to play the games, and if they're adamant to not play anywhere else but PlayStation, then hey, let them have access to it. Whatever, it is what it is, and On the one side, I do feel like that uh, loyalty thing. You know what I mean? It's an Xbox thing. It's an Xbox game. It should stay on Xbox. But at the same time, does it really matter? As long as people are playing, games die because nobody's playing.
Yeah, and then was that when you look at the highest selling games and stuff, they see the top 20 of the year, right? Oh wait, sorry, it was an Xbox list. Sorry. And so Xbox, for the more game they get up there, the more money they make, the more acquisitions they can do, or the more games they can fund. Even if they don't do acquisitions, the more games they can fund.
You know what?
And so, and that's what Phil Spencer was also saying too. That they want to grow the brand of their games. They want people to know the games that they have. So, the Halo fanatics are out there, but Halo hasn't been selling like it used to. It used to carry Xbox, and now it. I mean, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't. So, getting new Halo fans is important for people who want Halo to continue, like me.
More and more
and
people.
How do you grow a fan base? Well, first you make a great game, and two, you get as many gamers as possible to play that great game. That's the formula.
Yeah, more and more people know Master Chief for being on what? Fortnite.
The guy from Fortnite. Yeah,
he's pretty cool looking. I didn't know he had a game.
And the TV series didn't do Halo any favors either. So yeah, it is what it is. So I think this is good. It's only going to expand the Forza Horizon name. And like I said, it's been good knowing you, GT. It's been good knowing you. Pour one out for you. Pour one out for you.
You know what's funny is what keeps these consoles alive is third party more than first party, and that's
it is.
First party is the attractor. Third party is what keeps you there. You know what I mean? Obviously, first party also, as an exclusive will keep you there. That's obvious. But, if you want to keep playing, it's third party. They even said it, both of them. Actually, all three of them said it. But they said that third party is key on keeping these consoles. They have to figure out ways to keep around. And this is another one of those ways.
Yeah, it is what it is, and you gotta, Nintendo. What do you lose as a gamer if all these games go elsewhere, right? If all these games were on everything, and the only thing I could think of was that I lose the satisfaction of these companies competing for my dollar by showing me what their consoles can do, what only their consoles can do. It's unlike an Xbox. It's unlike a PlayStation. It's unlike a PC. Nintendo is incredibly unique in its gaming approach to gaming, right? Whereas PlayStation and Xbox are very similar, and so is PC, right? So when you have three platforms that are incredibly similar, what are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to do? How are your games going to differentiate what you can do compared to the competition? You're really not. And I think Xbox is proving this because Xbox games play well over there. They play well on PC and they play well on the competition. So Xbox has decided to make their differentiator be Game Pass. Right? So the differentiator is Game Pass. So for a low subscription fee, you get access to everything. So that's what I'm getting at. That is the driving force, I think, to being in the Xbox ecosystem, in the first party ecosystem, is what I mean.
That and having it available on multiple platforms. You're not restricted.
Play anywhere, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is I think the Xbox decided that Game Pass is going to be their differentiator. And so, because that's their differentiator, this doesn't matter. Keeping games exclusive doesn't matter anymore. We've chosen a new differentiator. Can other companies copy it? Sure. But will they? I mean, PlayStation doesn't have server blades. Nintendo doesn't have server blades. Only Xbox does. So, I mean, it is...
GeForce.
GeForce rents out. But again, they're NVIDIA. They probably have contracts, right?
Yeah.
Plus, they just lost like $1 trillion, so maybe not anymore. But but yeah, this they have a unique advantage and they're leveraging it, and I love it. Right, just like Nintendo has a unique stranglehold on portable gaming, Xbox has a unique advantage on servers and online infrastructure. And we as Xbox gamers have long said the best online has always been Xbox. So they're leveraging it even more, and I love it. I don't know, I love it. I love the fact that they're leveraging what they have as an advantage and making it the differentiator and saying, you know what, if you come to first party hardware, you get all that plus this. But we're not going to stop you from experiencing our games. I think that's great. That's just the way I feel.
I think your
I'm
wife.
starting to see the light, Terry.
I think your wife needs to come in and check your temperature. I think you're hallucinating because this isn't the Axel from last year.
I told you, man. I've gone into the acceptance stage. I'm trying to see the positives in this.
I mean, earlier when we were talking about how it's great to have these games go over to PlayStation, he did say I was right. So he did agree with me. So
he is definitely breaking a fever.
We were talking about Gears of War Trilogy Remastered going to PlayStation, and I said that it was fine. They can have it. It's an old game. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, oh.
Shout out to Jago Kukin. No lies detected. PlayStation has cornered the market on remakes and remasters. Yeah.
He has seen the light. He's come around.
Yeah, so Jago Kukin says PlayStation has cornered the market on remakes. And then let me see if I can see. My beautiful wife says he's being positive. Yeah. Yeah, so I am being positive. Thank you so much. So yeah, I see this as going out there. Let's see. B Nice says, but Axel, if they're only putting out one Halo a generation and not pushing it hard, when was the last time we actually had a meaningful Halo DLC? No campaign or side story DLC and major stuff. The only Halo to ever have campaign related DLC was Halo 4. And Halo Wars. So Halo Wars 2 had the Awakening the Nightmare, and Halo 4 had the Spartan Ops free DLC that a lot of people didn't play, but it was great. It was great. But otherwise, they haven't had story DLC for any Halo. Same thing with Gears. The only Gears of War that ever had story DLC was Gears of War 2, which was about General Ram, I believe. Wasn't it General Ram something? It was a prequel DLC. So Xbox doesn't really do very much story DLC on their first party pillars. And I think the reason they don't do it is because they want everybody to experience the story and not miss out, which is what they might have learned from Halo 4. Because Halo 4's story DLC set up Halo 5 quite well, if you paid attention. So yeah, let's see. Fastback, let's see. If putting Halo Gears and Forza on other platforms means growing more fan bases for the franchise, it only helps future game sales on the franchise and the Xbox ecosystem engagement. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue, like, I put it over there, Xbox gets more money. Oh, man, I love all these Xbox games more than I'm loving these remakes and remasters from Team Blue. I'm going to move over to the Xbox ecosystem. That's still more money for Xbox. It's hard to argue with what is the loss? How do they lose from this approach? So yeah, I can't disagree with what you said there, Fastback. Let's see. Halo seasons are not going the same level as Fortnite. They're not doing season DLC anymore. They're called operations. Maybe 20 levels. So yeah, it's the way it's going. Fastback says Axel Gaming stop drinking Haterade. Let's see. And El Nitty says Gears E-Day will be day and date as well as Fable. My PS5 Pro is looking more sweet. Hey, you know what? You better send a shout out to Xbox, man, for making that PS5 Pro worth buying.
They even said Perfect Dark was going that way. So
that's right. Yeah. So there you go. So anybody got anything else to add, either positive or negative on this? Well, what your thoughts are as far as the Xbox approach being good for not just Xbox, for us as gamers as well? Because really that's what we should care about is, as gamers, how is this good for us?
I'm positive they'll stir up a lot of negativity.
when Halo goes over, you can guarantee lots of people are going to say Xbox is dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Once
they,
Halo
they
goes
already
over.
say that every day. So
I mean, but they've been saying Xbox is dead since what? 2010?
No,
I mean,
2013.
2013, and they're still here. They're still here more than 10 years later. So, yeah, Xbox has the like, those movie scenes how they have a long death scene, right? The Xbox must have the longest death scene of all time because everybody's saying Xbox is dead, but it's still here. Still here. So, yeah. All right, and I think that's going to do it for today, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to talk about. Dread, you got anything else you want us to cover?
Yeah, PlayStation guys, keep my console out of your mouth.
Terry, you got anything else you'd like to say?
no.
No? All right. All right, so with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But of course, we wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm Axel1324.
I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm Dreadpool, reminding you Valentine's coming up. We're going to Haunted Valentine's in a couple weeks.
Ooh, Haunted Valentine's. Be sure to check it out on his YouTube channel, guys. So there we go. All right. Bye, everybody.